Today on Fresh Finish Garage, we're checking out the Mucar 632. Awesome little scan tool. It's got a little bit of everything, including a free lifetime software update. But is it the right one for you in your garage? Join us as we plug into our Subaru Forester and find out together right now. We have the Mucar 632 plugged in. Just doing a quick cord check. In our case, our port is all the way over there under the like the passenger or the driver's footwell there. But it's okay. It could be like an extra 6 inches long, but it gets the job done. It'd be nice if just a little longer for more flexibility. But taking a look at the home screen here, just wanted to quickly shout out for the software and hardware that this the 632 has. It's very snappy and responsive. You know, you go through these, and I'm a nerdy tech guy, so I see when my phone starts getting bogged down when I have too many videos from YouTube on it, and I have to clean it off. But I mean, this thing feels fairly snappy and fairly responsive. Let's go ahead and click in auto search here. We'll just go right into our VIN scan. And while this is running, a big shout out to Mucar for sending the 632 over, sponsoring the video. Really appreciate it. Looking at this, it actually has 15 service reset functions. We'll see those a little later in the video. There's our VIN. And I'm just going to preemptively move the screen recording thing to the other side of the screen because our buttons are down here on the bottom right. And what we're trying to do is get to the health report. It'll do a top to bottom kind of like bill of health, so to speak, for the overall car. So we'll let this load up here. Now the 632, let me go ahead and do North America there. There's our year, make, and model. The 632 will give you access to 4 main areas in the vehicle: engine, transmission, the SRS system, and the ABS system. That's definitely going to get the job done for most of you DIYers out there. And this is going to run through. I will say, make sure if you buy this, make sure you update the firmware. We had to update the firmware 2 or 3 times and restart the thing, but now it seems to be running fine. It's going to run through. You can see EOBD does have a fault code. ECM does have a fault code. And then looking at the rest of this, seems to be okay, but it's still scanning. So there we go. And let's go into, so EOBD is basically like the direct checkout, so to speak, to why is my check engine light on. And also you can see the MU, that's not MWA, that's Mucar AI. So if we click that, let me just click that real quick and show you. This is kind of giving you a general idea of what's going on with that code, what you might be able to do to like repair it. We'll let this load up here. Now it gives you the ability to do definition. So let me just click on, I can't actually click that, but it says control module communications offline. Vehicle failure. So that's obviously an old code. The car runs and drives fine now, but so this guidance is telling you, if you're not sure what that is or what to do with it, this gives you good direction on how to move forward. And I'm guessing this was actually in the car's computer for some time because it says failure level high, but we've never had an issue with the Forester here. If you want to do a quick Google search, literally just click the button. It'll bring up Google Chrome, I believe it is. Yep, there it is. So we'll just go ahead and do a quick Google search there. Now, I didn't mention, you saw it earlier in the video, but there are actual buttons. So there is an AI overview, and if you just want to do more, it's basically a browser it brings up. But on the actual 632, there is a back button. So I just clicked the back button to go back from Chrome to this screen. Let's go into the TCM here. There's nothing going on in there, but we'll just show you what's in here real quick. So we can read data trouble codes. We can do live data. We can actually do actuator tests. We're not going to do any actuations in the transmission, but this is what's in there. You can see the all-wheel drive solenoid. The list goes on there. Let me click back here. And I'm going to go back to, I want to do a few things in the actual ECM. I want to click on the right-hand side of the screen here. We'll dive into the live data graphing and the special functions. I want to see what we can actually see in here. If there's any actuation tests. Okay, so it does say actuator tests. I want to actually see what's in there. It's going to read data trouble code, so more of the same. We've already seen that before. If we wanted to do a report, it's on the bottom right of the screen. Now let's do live data. Right now the car's ignition is on, it's not running. So we're going to see what data comes out of the car once I turn it on. And I'm just going to move this again because on the, let's just do a real quick, yep, so 180. It was kind of impressive to see the 632 here have 181 data points, like capability, because we've seen some like less expensive, cheaper scan tools, dare I say that, only give you some access to this data, but it looks like it's giving access to everything. So I'm going to go ahead and start the car. There's that. And let me hit OK. And it's loading up the data now. So you can see it's taking a minute to load the data, but it's pulling all of that out of the car. Let me just hit the gas here. And it is taking a little bit of time to load that in. But let's grab a few of these. Let's do the load value. So if we want to graph, let's click graph. So this is everything that it can graph, it looks like. And maximum 4 data streams can be selected. So let's I know it's hot out, but nobody cares about all this air conditioning stuff. So let's do AF sensor 11, load value, and voltage. There we go. And so here is our actual graph. If we want to combine that, we can click the combine button. I will say it's a little tiny bit of lag there. And it's just like a delay from the computer in the car into the scan tool. It's not like there's anything wrong with the scan tool, but so I just hit the gas. It's probably a 3-second delay, but that's just processing time. So pretty cool to see that. And then over here, you can go back in here, choose, let's just, let's see here, let's choose something else. Well, maybe I already have, let me get rid of this. There we go. And more of the same, you get the idea, but pretty cool to see the capability here. Let me click back, we get out of the data streams, and you can see more of that data loading. Okay, so I stand corrected. Maybe we don't have access. We'll have to check that. Let's go back out to the main screen to see if we can access more of this data. It's kind of weird that we can't see that, but let's go back here to the main screen. So actuator tests. Now we do have radiator fan relay. So it's awesome to see you actually have this much capability in here. I do not think we have access to the body control module. We always try like the horn, or let me just turn the car off and turn it back on. We always try just the door locks to see what we can get into. We do not have that access here. So let's just go to ABS. We'll just show you what's in here. And right now it just says live data, but it doesn't actually give you the ability to do any other actuation tests. So let's go back to the home screen because I want to show you what else is in here. Just real quick, mentioning system scan and system selection, they let you just choose each individual system. It says brake vacuum pump. I don't know when you would need that, but you might need it every once in a while or something. But let me actually click end diagnosis. There we go, I hit the wrong button. There we go. So diagnose is more of the same. So we can choose Subaru. And let me just do Subaru. There we go. I will note, as we've seen more of the data load in from the car, this thing is starting to slow down a little bit, but it's still very, very usable. It's not something where it's like we push a button and wait 10 seconds for it to do anything. So this is just loading in the actual data and communicating with the car right now. And this is basically another way to get to the same result. Your make and model, and then we go right back into, we should see the health report here. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go into engine control module. I want to see if we can unlock all of that live data. Live data. And we'll just see if we can get in here and actually see the car communicating on all of those data points, because it should be able to do all that. Select all, okay. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that we do not see that. So just take that with a grain of salt. You're not going to have full functionality with the live data graphing. Back here at the home screen, we have OBD. I'm not going to connect in there. It's just direct express to why did my check engine light goes directly to code reading. So we're not going to go into, we've already looked at that a few different times now. Vehicle history, you can see when you've scanned a vehicle. In this case, we've done a few scans now. And let's go to report. If we had created any reports, they're there. Feedback, send feedback to the Mucar team. Dollar fix, we've not really gotten into the dollar fix community, but the Mucar, I'm not sure if there's anything else in here, but okay, so it actually opens up a chat window. I'm not sure what system, what language model they're using, if it's ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, but that is there if you want to use it. Now maintenance, this is where you can see the service reset functions, and if you come over here all the way to, let me get this out of the way, this is where you can actually see the list. So let me get this off the screen. So ABS bleeding, AdBlue, that's good to see. So a lot of this stuff for a DIYer, shop owner is probably going to want a bit more capability, but for a DIYer, if you own your own cars, this stuff's kind of needed. It's not like a nicety or an extra. Like you need injector coating, you need the steering angle sensor reset. Like you might only use that once for an entire life of a car, but this stuff, you're going to pay a shop who knows how much money to do this service. Whereas in theory, you could fix this yourself depending on what the actual situation is. And So this is just more of the same. Let me just come up here. You can see I can swipe through each individual one. And it also tells you just to say battery matching. Let's go to brake pad reset. I'm just going to do coverage list. We'll see what's in here. Forgive these little chat support boxes, and there's our screen recording icon on the window there. Now stick around, we're going to find the FCA Auto Auth next. I just wanted to show you what's in here under coverage list. So it does give you the ability, I'm not going to choose the car, but it does show you the year, make, and model in here. And it says 1 of 10 of 9,730 options. So there's quite a bit of coverage capability for the actual brake pad reset. Now upgrade, so this says vehicle diagnostic software, maintenance software, and application software. So if you do want to go in and do software updates, you can do them here. Like we said earlier in the video, the 632 does have free lifetime software updates, so huge benefit for it. Let's look at settings. I'm just going to quickly go through here. Operating instructions, fault code library, kind of nice if you're like, what the heck is this code? Obviously you can Google it as well, but kind of nice to see that. Coverage list, just like we looked at. Gadget, now what's in Gadget? I'm kind of curious. Okay, so just Chrome and file management. But honestly, if you want to get on here, you can fire up Chrome and watch Fresh Vintage videos, Fresh Vintage Garage videos. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate that very much. Remote assistance is if you have an issue with the scan tool, Mucar can actually remote in and diagnose it. So I know I've said the FCA Auto Auth 100 times on the video, so to speak, but this is the FCA Auto Auth right here, and this is not like direct FCA Auto Auth access. What it gets you is you can unlock the FCA gateway, and you see the Renault and Dacia or Dacia, however you say it, gateway unlock as well. You're not getting the actual like full functionality here. You have to purchase this, and it says right on the screen here, inactivated. And I mention that because if you want to buy now, just take this price you see in here with a grain of salt. But they do show you pricing in here, but it doesn't. You're not going to be able to plug this into a 2019 Dodge Ram or something and just use it right out of the box. This is showing the access that's right there, so you can purchase 1 year. I believe it said 1 year, and inside the United States you don't necessarily need as much Renault, whatever it is. You don't really need that much, but that is here as well. I just wanted to show you that real quick. And there's pricing there, and you can see it's definitely more expensive than the FCA Auto Auth, but I don't even really know who would use that on a regular basis in the United States. But overall, wrapping up, let me just go ahead and unplug this guy. Wrapping up the video here, we have been more and more impressed with Mucar and their sister company, ThinkCar. If you haven't heard of Mucar or ThinkCar, I would say they're probably a very big up-and-comer in the scan tool market. They've been around. Like ThinkCar and ThinkScan brands have been around for a while, but they have kind of reimagined what this could be, and it's a very nice, I call it a good fresh coat of paint on an existing scan tool. Every time we touch one of these, the fact that it has free lifetime software updates, if nothing else, that kind of puts, for DIYers, that puts us near the top of the list for me personally, because you do not have to go out and spend X number, like that FCA Auto Auth. Imagine doing that with a scan tool like every 2 years or whatever the number is. Some, especially shop owners, they're spending who knows how much per year just to keep these things updated. So if you're a DIYer, or maybe you're a shop owner, you're looking for just a quick second scan tool, definitely check this out. Like I said earlier in the video, you'll find a link for this in this video's description. Just scroll down. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Also, we have videos on, I believe, the 672 and the 682 and ThinkCar's variation, because if you look at them, it's virtually the same thing. They're just different colors, but the software works very similar. With that, we appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you like scan tools, if you like shop equipment, if you like keeping your car certified fresh and on the road, Fresh Vintage Garage is your channel. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.